Yo, are you here? What is this? Yo. Alright, hold on. How do I do this? Nice. What's up, dude? Can you. You there?
Is this the Rob Thomas?
Yeah. This is, Rob Thomas,
Puddle
friend
of
of.
Mud or whatever?
Do what?
What was your band?
It was, it was a side project, really. It was called
the
Matchbox
something
20.
Garden.
No, it was a side. I had a side project called Matchbox 20, but
That was it.
my main focus was being friends with Carlos Santana.
When? Oh, that one song I hated, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. What is so what is
Look at
this?
my butt. No,
Is this a new thing Twitter is doing?
I don't know. You keep popping up on my shit, dude.
Damn. Yeah, this
I
is
follow you, but I saw
go
you
out,
in that last thing. I was trying to help you along a little bit,
I
but
could tell I was pissing that chick off.
yeah.
I had to get out of
It
there.
was funny when you left, dude. Like everyone left, dude. They were like, "All right, this ain't funny anymore." No, it's just like, "Wow, I think this was the most successful live space Twitter thing I ever done." And everyone's like, "Yep, it definitely was." And everyone just quit. And one guy even joined in to say, like, "I want to be the first one to say I quit." And everyone was sitting here funny. It was kind of cool.
Yeah. No,
I
this
thought
is
it.
cool.
I thought it was neat because, like, I figured no one knew who you were, and I didn't even know you were there. I just got this pop up, so I was like, I saw you in the top, and I'm like, all right, let's see where this goes. Make it
Yeah,
silly.
I ate like a big edible earlier. I'm just like fucked up right now.
What'd you eat?
It was like 100 milligram gummy. I
Ooh,
just can't sleep.
that's a good size. How long ago did you eat it?
Probably like a half hour ago, an hour ago,
Holy
maybe.
shit! You're not even in the. You're ready to go then,
Yeah, I don't know.
or sleep it off or whatever.
Yeah,
Damn, that's a
I got
lot to take.
scammed by a dominatrix today.
You got what?
I'm bummed out. I got scammed by a dominatrix.
You paid for dominatrix and then she
Yeah,
what?
it was like I I don't even know how to describe it, but I was trying to purchase an article of clothing
Uh,
that I don't think ever existed, nor do I think the dominatrix existed.
oh, it's like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm a mark.
I could tell you. I bought or over the pandemic. This sound goofy as fuck. I'm a grown ass man, dude. And for some reason I decided to like collect Transformers, dude, like the toys, because they make them really good now, like masterpiece. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
even know how to transform them; they're crazy. So I bought a couple off eBay, and it was like I guess a known thing, and they just send you a little Pokemon like plastic toy, like the
Oh
size of your
fuck!
thumb, and they're like, "Fuck you, dude! Thanks for your $300." And you're like,
Damn, $300 for a
yeah.
transformer?
Oh, like
Like
they're the masterpiece of
you were willing
like
to pay that for a transformer?
yeah, they look really cool. They're like statues pretty much, but you could transform them.
Yeah, no, that sounds cool.
It's just goofy shit, guys like the goofy shit.
I'm fuck, dude. It sounds fucking sick.
Yeah, I wanted the Megatron. I wanted a Soundwave. Like
I
I
like
got
it
some.
when things are able to turn into other things. You know, that's what I always liked about Dragon
Yeah, the
Ball Z.
engineering of it is like really neat to me. Like you're like some motherfucker, some poor Asian dude in the slave shop had to figure this shit out, dude. And you're like, this is cool. Like I don't know, I'm just appreciating his work, dude.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
they call them robots in disguise, but when they become robots, it's
They're
like
just robots, right?
cover's blown, buddy.
Yeah. Well, I think when they're cars or whatever, they're in
I understand.
disguise.
Yeah, the car is the disguise, but I feel like when you become a giant robot, it's like what? I mean, you don't have much of a disguise anymore.
Yeah, you only got one shot, and then you
They're gonna
blow it.
see that semi truck down the highway and go, "Yeah, that's
They're
Optimus Prime."
like, that's a badass fucking
He doesn't
pigman.
realize we know it's him.
Well, once he busts into robot form, you're like, well, you can't do that anymore.
Do you remember in this? I do remember this scene from the second movie that I like. It was when John Turturro was underneath the Transformer and he's like on the phone with somebody. He goes, "I think I'm under its testicles." And it's like two big
Yeah.
wrecking balls.
That's weird.
You
Yeah,
don't
I
remember
didn't like
that?
any of those movies. They're kind of gay.
They gave the Transformer big nuts.
Yeah, I don't like that. Any of those new movies, I was real excited about them, but I was very let down. Much like, it sounds like you have been about certain things that have come out. Like,
Yeah,
that feeling where you're just like, fuck, I thought that would have been cooler, but it's not.
yeah. What else do you like besides Transformers?
Oh, I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm old, dude. I'm like 43 years old. Pretty old.
You're in your 40s.
Yeah,
Do
I'm
you like
older than
Do you like
Lewis. I
He-Man?
play with Lewis on Fortnite all the time, dude. Like, I played with him, Yamanika, and Mateo, dude.
Oh,
That,
nice. I never played Fortnite. I'm more into like single player games.
well, I like this. I like what do you like Skyrim a little bit.
No, man. Right now I'm playing Near Automata.
I have that, but I don't know why, but I just can't get into it, man. Like it just seems
It's tough to get into because it's like
like I
it
think I'm
can't.
at the first area still. Like that first area you land, like you do the intro, and then you're at
Yeah,
that first town.
it's kind of like Dark Souls because it's like Dark Souls Light because it kind of doesn't really tell you what's going on,
Uh-huh.
and then as you explore, the world comes together.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
know,
and then it becomes more, and you're like,
yeah, you start to
oh.
see how it's all connected, and then the story develops. And
I
it's
think I'm
not.
at the bottom, and I'm like, I just can't push myself to fucking do it. Like, I will one day, but yeah, that's
Yeah,
well. If you're recommending it, I'll have to give it a
it's
shot.
fun, but it's like games like that do take a while to get into. I like
Yeah,
I like games you can really jump into. Have you ever played Enter the Gungeon
Enter the Gungeon.
or Hades?
Is that the one that's really big on Switch?
Yeah, Hades is sick, dude. Because it's like
Yeah, I
it's
haven't
really
got it.
hard. Go ahead.
Tell me about it.
No, it's just like it's really difficult because it's like each time you go through, if you die, you have to start all the way over.
Yeah, like
But
a rogue, like
it's
or
a
whatever.
roguelike, but they work that into the story because you're in like underworld, like Hades,
So you're like being
and so
reborn,
dying is like a part of the game. Each time you die, you
and
can have new conversations with the people in the underworld.
that's sweet.
It's pretty
See,
cool,
I've
man.
been attracted to that. On my Switch, what I really like, you're gonna think I'm a nerd. I like the cross. Like I smoke a bunch of blunts and I just fucking play lacrosse. And fill out those
Lacrosse on the
cross, dude.
Switch.
Yeah.
There's a
No,
lacrosse game on the Switch.
no, Picross. Pi.
Hit cross. I thought you said there was a
No,
lacrosse,
Pi cross.
like
Like
Duke.
Pit cross, dude.
Hit cross. What is that?
It's like Sudoku, I guess, but
Yeah.
not. It's like similar, but it's not. It's like a math head game where you look at patterns and you go like, all right, I gotta block out like a weird. Did you ever play like what is that mind game on Windows where you just like click once and It's kind of like that, but more organized. And so you make a picture at the end.
So,
So there's you know what I'm talking about?
you make a pic. So it's like a puzzle game where you make a picture.
Yeah. So it's like
That sounds like a puzzle,
crossword,
like a
but
jigsaw.
not with letters, but with numbers. And it's mathematically like organized. So you get like a 20 by 20 grid, and
Okay.
you'll get a clue. It says like 1-4, and you got 20 spaces, right? So you're like, there's a 1 and then a space and a 4 somewhere on this line.
That sounds
But
like
you got,
Minesweeper.
yeah, it's like, yeah, thank you. Minesweeper. It's like a Minesweeper, but it's organized. So it makes sense at the end. You're not just mad because
Oh,
it's all fucking random and dumb.
there's a request.
Yeah,
All right.
you make a picture at the end. Like at the end, your shit will fill out, and you'll be like, "Oh, it's like fucking Lou."
What up, dog?
Dude.
What's up, dude?
Not much, man. Huge fan.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Do I follow you? I'm following you.
Beauty.
Dude, this is pretty cool. So I guess Twitter is trying out like the Clubhouse thing.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
Wow, what a way to connect.
Wow.
So you're the new Tim
I
Dillon?
never wanted to talk to any of you, dude.
Yeah, I'm like Tim Dillon, except I'm actually gay.
You don't think he's gay? Come on. I think
no,
like,
I don't think a guy who talks like this is gay.
I think he's asexual. He's
oh
tired.
he's
for real.
transcended.
No one will fuck him, and now everyone wants to fuck him. He's like,
I would say he's like finance sexual now. He's like transcended the desire for like carnal flesh, and he's in like Jeff Bezos territory where all he cares about is money and power. Which
for a surrogate.
Yeah, I mean we're all on our own path, It's not for me, but I support
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. I just want to sell some T-shirts,
Well, you gotta make some good ones, man.
I got
some one out that's like I'm having a bad day.
Go the Nick Mullen route, man. Crazy and funny T-shirts, man. I bought
I got some shit in the works. I got some good T-shirts coming.
Beauty.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Make sure they're in black.
Oh yeah, nobody buys white tee. All my fans are fat as fuck.
Yeah, I was just going to say, fatties don't buy white shirts. Sweat rate.
Well, no, like Matt and Shane, dude. Like they have the best T-shirt. They have that "Don't Tread on Me" like fucking snake, like soda toe, but they don't serve it in black. I'm like, I don't wear like tan T-shirts. I don't know who you sell this shit to.
I'll wear a white T-shirt, but like a white T-shirt for me is a canvas for all the food I'm gonna get on it as I go about my day.
Yeah. So you're thinking about everyone else having to look at you with the stained ass T-shirt.
You're gonna want a black T-shirt. I feel like if you listen to my show, you're a messy eater, and you're gonna want a black T-shirt. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make them all in black.
Make everyone black, dude.
I'm actually gonna use. I don't know if you've heard of Vantablack. It's like a new color. It's like there was like a story about it.
Oh, so black is blacker than black.
Yeah, it's like
new colors now.
Yeah, let me look it up. It's called Vantablack.
It doesn't even absorb light. It's so black.
Yeah, it can actually tear a hole in time and space. Vantablack is a material developed by Surrey Nanosystems in the United Kingdom. Is one of the darkest substances known besides Wesley Snipes, absorbing up to 99.965% of visible light at 6.63 nm. Well, I wonder what the N stands for there. If the light is perpendicular to the material. So anyway, this is what I'm going to use to make my T-shirts, so no one can see the food you get on them when you try to eat Korean barbecue.
You just look flat, like from front to back. You're like, it doesn't matter my tit size.
The name is a portmanteau of the acronym VANTA, vertically aligned nanotube arrays, and the color black.
Oh, I thought you were saying Fanta, like the soda they drink.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. Fanta Black.
He's a fucking juggler.
No, that Fanta is It's the only thing black
You got
people can drink
smoke.
in Flint, Michigan.
My earbuds laughed too hard.
What? Oh, there's a
You
request.
made me laugh
Hold
too
on.
hard. My earbuds fell. My bad.
All right. Trash with a splash. What is that? Garbage in the water? What is that? Was that my wife in the swimming pool? All right. I think we got there. Sorry, guys. I've been doing a lot of riffs today.
You just
You know,
ate
like when you run,
100
a
milligrams?
marathon and your nipples start bleeding. That's kind of where my brain is at when it comes to riffing right now.
Dalton said
Yo,
he ate 100
speaking of
milligrams
marathon, did you see that
about
French cunt from the
40
Olympics that
minutes
knocked
ago.
over all the water in the
It's not
marathon?
hit him yet.
Somebody knocked somebody. Wait, somebody did a fucking Kramer at the Olympics.
They just fucking ran by and held their arm out, took their own water, and fucking smashed all the rest of the water off. Everybody else got knocked.
Nah, yeah, I saw that. That wasn't Olympics type of thing. That was just like some Nigerian run.
Oh shit, that was somebody trying to get the last cup of water in Nigeria.
Yeah, and he said, "Fuck y'all, dude." Just like, he knocked
You
them
know,
all
it's
out.
crazy. It's like I don't know if it's like we're in sort of a North
Said,
Korea
you children,
propaganda
dude. Fuck your couch.
situation. Like I don't know if you've ever watched any like American media about Nigeria or any of those parts of the world, but the way those countries are presented to us, it's like dunes and like huts and like no civilization. And then I met somebody from Nigeria and they were telling me about like the city they lived in, and I go, "Wait, you have cities?"
Yeah, dude, I have a buddy who went full Muslim and he moved to Saudi Arabia and shit and like went to university, and I was like, wait, like you're not just chilling in like a hut somewhere? Like,
Yeah, it's like you would, and this is coming from a very sincere place. What I've been shown about those places is that it's just like sand and like ruins, and it turns out they have like skyscrapers and
Yeah,
electricity.
but they're all propped up by like corporations that go in there and make that shit.
Well, I
Make it
just
look
wonder.
nice.
It's like we hear
That's
stories
not how
about
the
how
people
in
live.
North Korea, the like what they see in their media of the outside world is basically like Mad Max or whatever. Like they're being told that like the only world you should exist in is North Korea. And now I'm starting to wonder if they're doing that to us here, showing us like all this sand and ruin. When it's like, I don't know, man. Saudi
Well,
Arabia's
I
got
won't
a
argue
fucking
with that.
city.
Like, you do get lied to. You're looking at most definitely, but I don't know if I'm going to think that like that be some sand utopia if we weren't there or if our money wasn't there. Like, of course, that's
Dalton,
why that's
are
there.
you asking if we're on the Truman Show?
Not even the Truman Show. I just wonder how, like, in what ways have we been manipulated by our own media?
Oh, you are 24/7 a day, dude. Like, you
Yeah,
gotta
that's what I'm
think.
saying. It's just like weird when you actually like brush up against those other cultures, and they're like,
But
no, like
you
I
would
went
go
to
there and
college
say
and
everything's great.
do what?
Like, I don't think that.
No, I mean it's just like I
I
don't
go to
know.
Mexico for work all the time. Like, I live in Southern California, and like
No, I'm
poverty's
not
a real
saying these
thing, dude.
places are
Like you don't
utopias.
even know. Like, we have campgrounds everywhere in Southern California, and it's bad, and everyone complains about it. But down there, it's like, woo! You got like little like 4-year-olds selling chicle, like jumping on top of your car as you leave the state or country. It's like, what the fuck? Like I don't want to run over your kid.
Yeah, but it's like Mexico is that, and it's also where Sammy Hagar owns a resort.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's their country, man.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
not
It's
gonna
like,
argue with their politics, but most definitely, like, everyone has their problems, and we definitely have our own that we don't take care of because I live, like I said, I live in Southern California. I live on the beach. I see it every day. There's like a billion bums down here, dude. And I've lived here over 10 years now. I've seen the same bums for at least 7 to 10 years.
Well,
they
like
never
Vanilla
got it
Ice cream
together.
out.
it's even through the pandemic. Like, they survived that shit too. I'm like, all right, do we really even have a pandemic when the same fucking bums are here every day smoking cracker for the 7-Eleven? It's fucking crazy.
I got a question, and I mean this. Do you think homelessness is actually real, or
No.
are they planned?
No. Well, here's the thing: you can get off the street and go to a shelter, and they'll give you a home. They'll give you a hotel room, sometimes a house, dude, out here.
No, I'm
But
saying
you have to say I'm not going to do drugs. I'm not going to whatever. And a lot
I'm
of them don't want
saying
to apply to
there
that.
is no such thing as homelessness. It's like in John Wick. Remember how all the homeless are actually assassins? And it's like all that shit we're seeing around the city with like spiky benches and they're like making shit where the homeless can't sit down. That's really just to protect us from
Dude, what
assassins.
the fuck? They have that?
Yeah, you haven't seen the
Really?
anti-homeless
Hey,
shit.
I'm
where
from
they, like,
Canada,
rad
bro.
if it
We
was
give these
true.
people money.
Oh no, here in the
That's
States,
fucked up.
especially in New York, there's like nowhere to sit, there's nowhere to piss or shit because they're like getting rid of anything that could help homeless people.
Yeah, they
Because
even
they don't
covered
want
up
them
the
like
fire
hanging
hydrant.
out.
Come December, you get inside or you freeze.
So the perk.
That's right.
There's a Twitter account that it's some guy that lives like in Venice Beach, and he just goes like walks around and like talks to homeless people and posts it on Twitter, and a lot of them are just like fucking like 16-year-old kids who like run away from home and just like like pretend to catcalling women. It's like that and
They
like
pretend to, because I feel like if you do it, you're just catcalling.
well like the clip like
Nah.
It's like
Here's the thing,
hey yo
dude.
bitch. Just kidding.
Here's the thing, like
You're
maybe
just
in that
grifting.
area,
You're grifting.
that's true. Like, because that's the most like you want to go to Hollywood, right? You want to go to
Yeah.
California, Hollywood. You want to go where you think I don't know what they're thinking. Like they're going to be seen or discovered. Who knows? They failed. They got there, but I don't think that's what it is, man. It is the place to go, right? And if you're fucking mentally retarded or not, like you get that shit program in your head, like, oh, where do I go? California, best fucking weather, best fucking beaches. Like, let's go there. And it is a shit show. I mean, I like fuck, dude. Like, I haven't been there in I don't know 7 or 10 years. And the last time I went, like my mom, she was a teacher. She had these out of country foreign exchange students, like 2 Japanese girls. Where should we take them? I go, oh, we gotta take them to fucking like Hollywood Boulevard, dude. And it was kind of like
Thank
right
God.
when, I mean, it was already kind of bad, but if you go during the daytime, it wasn't that bad. And this is, like I said, like 10 years ago. And now, like, I wouldn't even think of doing that, dude. I'd be like, oh, like, keep anyone from this country away from that street. Like, it's literally like tents and like just needle people walking around like dirty Spider-Man. Like, that's a meme, I know.
The way you said they were Japanese?
Yeah, well, yeah,
Because I don't know
My
if you know
mom's-
this, in Japan, weed is extremely difficult to get because of how illegal it is. And if you do find it, it's like $70 a G. And so it's like, if you're
Hell yeah.
I don't think
Japanese,
they're
I don't
into
blame
weed.
you
They
for
were
coming
like,
over here, brother.
high schoolers. They were kind of young, but maybe they were into it. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, one thing is like I would never take anyone there, dude. Like, it's so embarrassing and disturbing of a place. Like, and that's the place where I grew up, and I used to hang out. I used to go there. That's where I'd save my money, and I'd go there on the weekends. I'd go to Club Bang and dance to fucking, Britpop and fucking gothic music and shit, dude. Like,
You know, I
dude.
took salsa classes once.
Wow.
I got
Anyway, I know I'm giving too much info.
I got really into like Cuban culture, and so I found salsa classes in Midtown Manhattan.
I'm just saying Hollywood sucks, dude. Fuck you.
Yeah, I
You
know
talking about
Hollywood
you never been
sucks.
there.
That's why
Wow,
I'm in New York,
Cuban
baby.
culture. What do you mean by that?
Cuban culture?
Like,
I don't know,
how do you
man.
get
Like
into Cuban
salsa
culture? Everybody
music,
smokes
I met
cigarettes.
like 8 Cubans. in my
ham
life.
sandwiches,
I like those
Catcalling.
hams.
cigars,
Missile
missile
crisis.
crises, Bay of Pigs.
Good. Floating
We love the bit.
apparatus. Let me just say
Floating doors. I don't know if you know this, but the movie Titanic was really just one big metaphor for immigrating from Cuba and how difficult it is. A lot of people don't realize.
Immigrating away from Cuba.
A lot of people don't realize Kate Winslet had to let Leonardo DiCaprio die in order to illustrate how difficult it is to immigrate from Cuba to the United States.
Yeah, Leo was Che Guevara in that movie.
Yeah. It was that the James Cameron originally wanted to call it Titanico, but the studio told him that it was too Latin. You know, this was before all this cancel culture woke shit. You know,
And that
With
scene
the
where
original
they're dancing
casting,
below
Juan
deck, they're all like
Guzman.
grinding on each other.
do what?
And that scene when they're all dancing below deck, they're all grinding on each other in the original version.
Yeah.
Wait. Sorry, I'll jump in later. Sorry.
Yeah, so I guess that's what Titanic is. You know, it's like cinema is a subjective medium. So it's like I watch Titanic because I'm so into like Cuban culture now. I watch it through the lens of a Cubano. But
Wait. She's like, I don't have room for you, Mickey.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Gonzalo.
Hello.
Paint me like your Dominican girls.
I am the king of the world.
Shit, I can only spread out my crimes like this much, man.
Oh my god.
We gotta get off this boat, but I'm so sleepy.
Yeah, that's why that old couple slept through
It's a mariachi band. Fucking mariachis.
I can feel my legs dancing.
Oh shit.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I cannot.
It has been an honor playing with you boys.
I can't breathe. Hold on.
Oh fuck, that was good.
Oh my god.
Is anybody recording this? Come on, guys. What are you doing?
That's what I'm saying. I need to get like a
for
fucking
us.
GoPro or something.
I mean, this is fun. Yeah, so that I don't know if y'all know this, but that noise in Tejano and mariachi music, the wah, that's called a grito.
Grito.
Yeah. I grew up in Fort Worth, so most of the radio stations were Tejano.
I grew up with the Mexican
Right.
grandma, so yeah, I know all about that, dude.
Anybody else drinking in here? Because I'm about to take a shot.
Me.
I took an edible, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I took a half a hit of something earlier.
What?
Lucy.
Nice, bro. Love that shit.
Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
It's a supplement you might have heard of on the Joe Rogan Experience.
PCP,
or any Beatles song.
Or a Beatles song. Or no. What else has it been on?
What
My
is
tongue.
it? Like, tell me what the name is. Like, PCP or Angel Dust?
Yeah, it's Angel. I got wet. I was hanging out.
Oh,
I was hanging out with my buddy.
Shit,
I was hanging out with my friend Denzel. Heard of him?
He's like, you got wet, motherfucker. You're like,
damn.
Yeah, now I do.
Who you guys think would be like the coolest celebrity to be friends with?
The coolest?
Okay.
Yeah. I bet it would be like Jeff Bridges. He seems like he'd be chill.
I would say I would used to say Trent Reznor, but he's kind of a faggot now.
What? I'm talking about who would drive you to the airport. I think Jeff. If you were friends with Jeff Bridges, he would drive you to the airport.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like if you're friends with Trent Reznor, he'd be like, "Oh, that's cool. I'm friends with the Nine Inch Nails." I don't think he has ever returned one of my phone calls.
Well,
But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you'd be a douche. I don't want to be his friend.
I'm
Maynard
talking
James
about.
Keenan.
No, that would suck, dude. I would keep him at an
Same
arm's
thing.
distance. Maynard James Keenan is a mere acquaintance at best.
Yeah.
As much as I love Tool, I
That's the
cannot
same thing
imagine
with
being
Trent,
friends with
dude.
that
I'm
guy.
like, you'd be a douche. All right, mine
I
would
bet
What?
Mike Patton be pretty cool to be friends with.
Mike Patton, dude. I went and saw Fate No More in 1999, dude, in Las Vegas, and he wasn't even singing for the band. I was like, I thought I came here to see Fate No More, dude. He wasn't even fucking there.
Right before the pandemic hit, the last concert I went to was Mr. Bungle.
Nice.
Yeah, it was there. It wasn't. I mean, technically,
Was Mike Patton there?
Yeah. Mike Patton came out. So they were redoing their high school demo, "The Raging Wrath of the Easter Bunny." They had like that. They re-recorded it and they were doing it live. And Mike Patton comes out dressed in a Mr. Rogers sweater with the Coolio hair, and they open with the theme of Mr. Rogers, but it's Mr. Bungle.
It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, I think that's on Spotify now. If you want to find it, like that track is on Spotify, but it's not the original lineup because now their drummer is Dave Lombardo from Slayer, and their rhythm guitarist is Scotty Ian from Anthrax. But it's still Mike Patton, Trace Bruance, and Trevor.
That's all that matters. If it's Mike Patton, that's pretty much all that matters with that man. When I saw them in
you saw Mr. Bungle?
Whatever, like Mike Patton wasn't there, but guess who opened for them, dude?
Who?
The Deftones, and it was on their opening, their first album shit.
I can't get down with the Deftones, man.
Yeah, I've never liked them.
Fuck you.
There's one song I like. It's like Change or something like that.
I like the Spin Doctors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I like?
Yeah. Won't you?
Now they would drive you to the airport.
I'm going to see Primus next month.
Oh, that's a good one.
They're finally doing that Rush tribute show.
Yeah.
As a Canadian, I fucking love Rush, man.
Dude, Rush is fucking sick, man.
Best
I saw
band.
that Les Claypool's been practicing with Geddy Lee because
when
Neil Peart passed away, Primus was gonna do the they were gonna play all of A Farewell to Kings, and because of COVID, they had to cancel it. But now they're finally getting to do that tour, and I'm going to see it next month.
That's kind of cool, man. All right, I take back my station there.
I really like A Farewell to Kings. That's a good album.
It's a good album.
I really love Primus too. When's the first time you heard Primus? First time.
Wait, what?
What's the first time you discovered Primus?
Oh man, I'll tell you, it was I was such a tryhard in high school. I was looking. I Googled
That's weird.
I Googled cool metal bands or something.
Dude.
And I remember reading an article about how Frizzle Fry was one of the good luck listening to this. I bet you can't handle it, you queer, or whatever. It was listed as we don't even know how to categorize this music. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
And at the time, I really didn't get it. I listened to Defy the Laws of Tradition, and I was like, this makes no sense to me, and it angers me. And then when I was in college, I met a good friend of mine who was a great bass player, he like studied Primus to learn how to play bass, and he had a poster of Antipop in his house. And so I think the first time I really got into him was when I listened to that album, Antipop, which I know is like the weirdest album to get into Primus. Like in terms of weird albums that they make, that's probably the strangest one to be your introduction.
But like, I know you feel like when everyone's supposed to feel it, like when you got to jump up and down, just be like, oh, like that's the best part of Primus is like the way they build. Or
oh, dude, the last time I saw them live, they because they jammed, they were doing like a 20-minute version of Jerry Was a Race Car Driver, and the pit was going, dude. I was scared. I was like, man, I'm getting beat up.
Yeah, you don't want to be there again. That's a good one. I like that one. All right, and then the other guy, you said you had a good first time in Primus.
My first time listening to Primus. So I had AIS English classes, which are for slow kids, pretty much. So I got a little help. My teacher was.
Why did you say for special kids? It'd be like A+ intelligent specialists. I don't know.
My teacher used to work with underprivileged kids or whatever.
All right.
So he was.
My bad.
He was in New York City. You're all right. Before he came to my small little cow town that I live in upstate New York, and he always used to tell me how he's a BMX rider and all this shit. He would always tell these goofy ass stories that I would just sit there and be like, "Hell yeah, that's cool, dude." So he would show me weird music. He showed me Fushnikins or whatever, the real Fushnik. But hold on. So when he showed me Primus, I was just sitting there and I was working on an essay, and I heard him humming something, and I was like, "Sea Dog." His name is Mr. Christopher. I went, "Sea Dog, what are you doing right now?" And he goes, "Damn it out, man. I was just listening to Primus the other day." Like, he was talking to me like I knew what it was. And I was like 15. I could have, but I didn't.
It was familiar.
He was like, "Oh, man, you never heard My Name is Mud?" Dude, My Name is Mud. So I'm sitting working on an English essay, and this dude's just putting on Primus songs, and he goes, and he's jumping around the classroom. He's like, "Doesn't this shit?"
Dude, I fucking Pork Soda is so cool. That's such a good album.
Like,
I love Mr. Crinkle. When he plays that live, he brings out the stand-up bass with the bow and puts on the pig mask. And behind him, since they're jamming, they just play that one scene from the music video on a loop of like that scary pig thing that he dresses up as. Like, dude, it's fucking wild, dude. When you're like stoned or tripping, and he's just fucking with you in that pig mask.
See, like, I'm like last year. I'm gonna say, I think I always kind of dismissed Primus because in that era, I'm like much older than all of you. I love the Cure and the Smiths and Depeche Mode.
You're Hispanic.
Nails. Yeah, I was like kind of adopting weird, but out of that shit, I mean, it was undeniable. There was like fucking awesome music coming out from Nirvana and Stone Temple Pilots and
shit,
Soundgarden.
What do you think of did you see the Nevermind Baby is suing, I guess, the world?
I did, dude. He's child pornography for his baby dick, dude.
Jesus Christ! Imagine being what
label? He just wants to get a butt. Like, it's fine. Like, you're not getting paid this time.
Life's hard, bro. Everybody needs to get their money.
Yeah, when your life ends up that pathetic, and this is what you got to do for money, it's kind of fucking sad, dude. Like, work or do something.
I will say, it's like, you see how fucked up child stars are now, like Britney Spears and all that.
Are now or have always been.
Or I'm saying, like, you look at what's happened to child stars.
Like, fucking
imagine, I will say, like, imagine being that guy.
All the black ones.
Like, imagine what it must feel like to be that guy, and it's like, the entire world has seen your little baby penis. It's like everybody's favorite album. They have giant vinyl copies of it.
That's what overrides the baby penis. It's everybody's favorite album.
Who gives a shit anyway? You're part of art history, dude.
I'm just saying, it's got to
Why
be
are you
weird.
crying
It's-
about? Oh, I'm part of fucking history. Dude.
It's got to be weird if you're that guy, and it's like, let's say you go to like an FYE or Tower Records or something, you know, wherever you would buy music. You know, let's say you're that guy trying to find a new CD or something to buy, and you go into an FYE. What do they have lining the shelves? Your penis.
Baby.
It's overridden when the girl you're with requests to see the Nirvana baby penis.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, it's
girls have asked to see the Nirvana baby penis, man.
You know what? I hope this dude gets every penny that he deserves.
I hope he fucking burns in hell, dude. I hope he sucks my dick at the end of it, dude. Fuck him. Fuck your Nirvana dick. Your baby. I'll throw you back in that fucking pool, stupid.
Yeah, I like that.
I think the only one that pays.
I like that Nirvana song, "Baby Shaped Penis."
Smells like baby.
Yeah. Smells like baby penis. Francis Farmer sucked a baby penis.
I think Francis Farmer was about aborting a baby.
Smells like baby dick.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it's like they had the baby penis, right? And then what's the next album called? In Utero. These sick fucks, it's like a baby isn't young enough for you.
You're retarded because the second one was called In Utero and it literally showed a dead fetus on the front.
Do you think this is why Kurt Cobain killed himself? Is that he knows he trafficked in child pornography?
No.
He knew this would happen one day. That baby would grow up to get a Nevermind tattoo and then try to sue the entire world.
I don't think so.
What a great story to cap off. I mean, not even really. The pandemic is still going. It's like we're gonna. Think about how crazy it is. Like right now,
my dad shipped me out into a pool, took a picture, and now I'm 30 years old, and I guess I gotta kill myself now. Way to cap off a good life.
Well, I'm saying, think about how crazy it is that right now, at this moment in time, there's a very famous a baby who is saying to all of us that we are complicit in the trafficking of child pornography, and in 2 weeks we will completely forget that this has happened. Like,
what a world!
There's gonna be so much crazy shit that happens. We're gonna be like, what'll happen is you'll be grocery shopping one day and Smells Like Teen Spirit will come on, and you'll go, oh yeah, remember when that baby lost its fucking mind and tried to sue all of us?
And then it won. Yeah.
We're all technically gay pedophiles.
Well,
heck, I got $5.
Well, I think what Dalton's asking is like, how much can you really hate a pedophile, dude? Like, you could take it too far. Where you're suing people from back before they were ever pedophile.
Well, I mean, to be honest, it's like if you are the record label or any of that, it's like, I gotta ask, like, how do you justify that? Like, if you really look at it, it's like we've always put it in the back of our minds when we see that album cover. We go, I guess it's art. And now it's like a record label is being confronted to define what art is, and they have to go, sometimes it's a baby's penis.
Exactly. I mean, that's what it is.
Like, they're like,
look at, there's a million pictures from parents of you in the bathtub, like your first bath. And is that child pornography?
I mean, honestly, by this guy's definition, yes.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of on his side.
Listen. If your stepdad keeps the pictures in his drawer, then yes.
Well, my stepdad was the dad from Butterfly Effect.
Oh,
remember that guy? Remember that movie? It's like that guy was. What a cool movie, man! They kill him with dynamite.
I gotta keep.
Do Do you remember the director's cut for that? It had him going back to when he was being born and strangling himself with his own umbilical cord.
Wasn't he like real for one of the timelines?
What?
That's meta.
Yeah,
That's meta as fuck.
dude, what a
That
fucking
happened?
rock and roll movie.
Tell me about that.
If you're just joining us, we're talking about The Butterfly Effect starring Ashton Kutcher. Let's see when this one
Yeah,
came out.
go back to where the dad hung himself with his own please.
So the Butterfly Effect, 2004 thriller sci-fi, hour 54 minutes, 33% on Rotten Tomatoes. I believe that's the critics' rating. 90% like this movie. Google users, folks. I think we're seeing how the media can manipulate us into believing the Butterfly Effect sucks, when indeed it fucking rules.
Let's talk about the movie.
That's right.
Case is the mainstream media.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
So I remember this movie as being like inspiring for fat kids because it shows Ethan Suplee getting some top shelf pussy at what might have been like his fattest role next to American History X.
The same Ethan Suplee who head stomped that black guy.
What?
In that one movie?
Yeah, Ethan Suplee. Like you've seen him in a lot of things. He was in Mallrats.
Screaming that
He's Jack now.
hate word.
Yeah, he's like Jack now. He's been cycling. I suppose anabolic steroids.
The one that claimed hail. All right, go on.
Well, no, it's like in Butterfly Effect. I remember he plays like a fat goth in college, and Ashton Kutcher keeps coming in being like, "I don't get it, Ethan Suplee. I'm not getting any pussy." And Ethan Suplee is like, "Do you ever knock? I'm getting so much pussy in here." And I remember seeing that as a fat kid being like, okay, nice, I have a chance. I could just be a fat goth and just get a bunch of pussy. And Ashton Kutcher's
did
be
he
all
have like
upset.
mascara on him and fishnets on his arms?
Do what?
Did he wear like mascara like on his eyes?
Yes.
And
yeah, he looks. I don't know if you
remember this. I don't
know if you're familiar with the studio I work with.
But wasn't it like so fucking ridiculous? Like this fat goth, you're like, that's not a real goth, dude.
Well,
like,
I was gonna say,
no one
I don't.
That would dress like that, dude.
Kind of like Zach Amiko.
Yes, I was gonna
color.
say the person we're describing is Zach Amiko.
It's definitely
my good friend Zach Amiko. So just picture Zach Amiko getting more pussy than Ashton Kutcher, and you can see why I love the Butterfly Effect.
Wait, this is Butterfly Effect?
Yes, I'm telling you, Ethan Suplee plays Zach Amiko in this movie, and he gets crazy pussy in it.
Yeah,
he's a bad guy that gets pussy.
He's not a bad guy. He's just the guy getting pussy. And Ashton Kutcher is like, man, why am I not getting as much pussy as my friend Ethan Suplee, who is only 500 pounds at this time?
All right, I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Kutcher plays 20-year-old college student Evan Trayborn with Amy Smart as his childhood sweetheart, Kaylee Miller. William Lee Scott as her sadistic brother, Tommy, and Eldon Henson as their neighbor, Lenny. And if you need to remember who Lenny is, Lenny equals white, Carl equals black.
Wait, can you say his name again? Is it Willie E. Lee?
Lenny.
Lenny E.
Lenny. Lenny equals white, Carl equals black. It's from it's The Simpsons. Jesus Christ!
I get it.
Homer has it written on his hand.
Yeah, Evan experiences blackouts and memory loss throughout his childhood. Later in his 20s, Evan finds he can travel back in time to inhabit his former self during those periods of blackout. So I'll tell you this, reading this again, what this movie's really about is trauma. I don't know if anyone here is in therapy, but what they teach you in therapy is that the little kid that was abused is never gone. That kid still exists somewhere inside of you. And as you learn about trauma and begin to heal, you have to reach back through yourself and protect that little child from the abuses that it suffered.
Wait. The little kids.
Wait, if I'm an adult and I go to him.
Right. So like, let's say you're a kid and your parents hit you with a belt, like mine did. That's
Well, I
trauma,
got beat
right?
up.
Yeah, let's say it.
I'm
Let's
like
say that.
I'm
Let's
9
say
years
it.
old. I'm very scared because my mother is in a blind rage coming at me
Yeah,
with a
I've had
studded
that. Go
belt.
on.
Yeah,
And Dad coming from the other room with a
and
belt.
my dad is also coming. He's coming at me with his He's
Yeah,
a
he's like,
veteran,
if
so
you
it's a
piss off your
tactical belt.
mom, I'm gonna
It's
fucking,
a Velcro tactical belt with
I'm
a
gonna work
heavy
you,
buckle.
dude.
He got me one for my 21st
Yeah, I know.
birthday. So your mom's coming at you with a studded belt. It's
Yeah.
actually your aunt's
No,
belt.
your
It's
mom's coming at you with the clothes hanger, and
your
then
mom.
your dad's taking off his belt in the background.
Let me
You're
say
like,
this: your
God damn it.
mom normally doesn't wear this belt. That's more your aunt
Yeah.
style. But because it has studs in it, and she's staying over for the weekend because her boyfriend Chris has been kind of abusive
I don't know
lately.
about this.
So your
Now you're
mom's coming
getting
at you with
Three's
your
Company,
aunt's
dude.
studded belt. Your dad's coming at you with his 511 tactical belt, and that's trauma, right? And so now, let's say you're a 28-year-old man who is living somewhere in New York and has no money, and so you're wondering, why am I like this? And and then you realize, oh yeah, that little boy is still getting beat by his mom with his aunt's studded belt and by his dad with his 511 tactical belt. I need to reach back through and learn how to protect that boy in that moment,
I can
so
tell you
that
how to
as
fix it.
the man I am now
Bro,
can
what are you gonna
stand
do about it?
tall
That's
and move
what
past
you
it.
gotta do.
So what I'm saying is that's really what the butterfly effect is actually about.
No,
Yes.
I think that
Belt
it's,
is
well, I
the
mean, that's what it
butterfly
means,
effect,
but I
please.
think you're looking for an excuse, and I can tell you what to do. You gotta do something about it now for yourself. Like,
That's
little
what I'm
choice, big
saying. That's what I'm
choice.
saying is it's like what you can do now is look back on that
But
moment
it's what you're doing for yourself,
and
man.
protect yourself now,
No one's gonna do it for
looking
you.
back through to that moment when the trauma happened. And that's
Yeah,
kind of
who
what the
cares?
butterfly
It's already
effect is
happened.
about, is that
You
if
got
you
trauma,
could,
dude.
let me say this
Good
about the
luck.
butterfly effect. If you could physically travel back and interact with those moments, what this movie proves is that wouldn't solve a thing. That would
See?
only create new
You're
traumas
fucking in
and
the way.
unintended
That's what I told
consequences.
you. You're a piece of
But
shit no matter
what you
how
can
you come
do,
out, dude.
is learn to live with the trauma and,
Yeah.
and heal and move on and look back on that little boy and say, you know what? I am that little boy and I am the man I am now, and I still care about that little boy.
Yeah.
And even though he's
I'm not
getting
about
beat
that.
by his mom with his aunt's belt and by his dad with his
You
511
can
tactical belt,
forgive
that doesn't
your
mean he did
stupid
anything
ass
wrong, and
parents,
that doesn't mean his parents
but
did
you can
anything wrong.
also make yourself a
It's
better person.
circumstances, and so you realize that as an adult, and you go, I can't change things, but what I can do is move on. And so that's really what the butterfly effect is trying to show us.
Yeah. Moving on is a big part of it. I agree.
Yeah.
Which
Director's cut.
doesn't seem like
With his brain terribly
you're
damaged
clinging
and
on
aware that
to.
he is committed to a psychiatric facility where he will lose access to his time travel
That's true.
ability, Evan makes a desperate attempt to change the timeline by watching a family video, which shows his mother just before she was about to give birth to Evan. Who was filming this? Evan travels back to that moment and strangles himself in the womb with his umbilical cord so as to prevent the multi-generational curse from continuing, consistent with an added scene where a psychic palm reader tells Evan, you have no lifeline, and that he does not belong to this world. What, did fucking Tom York write this movie?
Yeah, was there racial going on there?
Jesus Christ.
It's Stephen King with worst
I gotta
dialogue.
be honest. That bunch of horse shit I said earlier about trauma was less gay than what I just read.
I'm trying to watch Pig this weekend.
Yo, Pig is tight.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
I won't, man. Nah, dude, I love Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, he's fucking crazy.
Even I say this about Nicolas Cage all the time because I always go to bat for him. It's like, yes, he's done a lot of bad movies. Watch them and watch how good he is in a bad movie.
Wild at Heart.
Wild at Heart's not a bad movie. Hold on, Wild at Heart fucking rules. I'm talking about
fucking rocks, dude. It's like, what is this?
Yeah,
like,
Wild at Heart is fucking sick.
I don't even know if this is supposed to be a movie or not. It's so weird.
No, I'm talking about something like Bangkok Dangerous, where it's like, what the fuck is this? And then you watch it and you go, Well, goddamn, Nicolas
Like,
Cage
what
is really
is
giving it 110% in an
Nah.
otherwise dog shit movie. I just watched another one like that where they copied the plot to Five Nights at Freddy's. It's called Willy's Wonderland.
Man, that's your fault for watching old ass Nick Cage movies, dude.
No, it's not
Like,
old. This just came out. They copied the
yeah,
plot
it's
to Five
old.
Nights at
Like, it
Freddy's.
just came out. Like,
And
I'm
it's
sorry,
called
new ones.
You
You
gotta
gotta
watch
watch the old shit. The old
Well, hold on,
shit's
let
good.
me tell you about new Nicolas Cage. So it's basically a haunted Chuck E. Cheese, and he plays like a Rowdy Roddy Piper and They Live character, just like a
He's like, I
wanderer.
can see ya.
But here's the thing: he's a badass, and he saves the day. He has 0 lines in this movie. He does not say
That's
a
a perfect
word.
movie.
It's so good.
It's perfect. It's a perfect movie.
Yeah,
Just him
it's
kicking
so engaged.
fucking
It's
Chuck E. Cheese in the face.
yeah. I highly recommend Willy's Wonderland,
Kinda
and
cool,
also
yeah.
Pig. Pig is a
Why
beautiful.
isn't Zach Amiko's fucking Pet Wonderland, dude?
Yeah, that was
Seems like
good. Mandy is good. Color Out of Space really impressed me. I thought they were
What?
gonna use because I
No,
saw
go on.
I saw Tommy Chong was gonna be in it, and I always get bummed out when he's in shit because it's like we get it. Like it's like. Yes, he's the old guy who smokes weed. That's gonna be the character.
There's him.
Yeah, it's like
Uncle
it's like
again.
I reckon it's like when they would cast Ron Jeremy in a movie. It's just
Well,
what
I
else
just-
is he
I
gonna
just
be?
watched Zach Amiko Friday the 13th, part 3, and they were claiming that dude in that movie was supposed to be Tommy Chong, and I'm like, I don't get it. I think they're just trying to make it Shaggy, right, from Scooby Doo.
Well, let me say this.
Like, isn't that what Tommy Chong is?
Well, let me say this. Tommy Chong in Color Out of Space is actually he's used really well in that movie, and he delivers a pretty cool performance alongside Nicolas Cage and
That's not.
I really don't know any of the other actors that were in it. It's based on an H.P. Lovecraft short story that I've read.
Yeah.
All right, I get your joke. Thank you.
It was super expensive, and it was only $7.
What?
Hey, your wife's calling you, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
Damn, guys, this is like crazy. It's like remember when this was like you would stay up this late because you were online playing
That's why it's
Halo.
cool, dude.
I'm up early.
Yeah.
But
Now I'm at work.
yeah,
Now I'm at work scrubbing toilets.
I'm fucked up on edibles watching the
That's
sun
why
come up.
it's
And it's like
cool.
it used to be you would be playing like Halo or something and you would just lose track of time. It's like I've literally been doing nothing. I'm just like laying in bed. My brain is scrambled.
Cool, and we're making it cool, and now you're making it weird.
I'm not making it weird. I'm just like
Yeah.
saying. I'm saying when I was in high school. When I was in high school, there was an element of gamesmanship.
Well, now you have that element, Rob Thomas.
And now it's like we've even removed the artifice of Halo, and really we realize what we actually desire is conversation. We never even needed Halo, guys. We didn't need Halo.
No, just the giant.
What, I hate
looking-
Halo.
You don't like Halo?
I mean, I like it, but it's not the best FPS of all time, dude.
I like
Definitely not.
Half-Life.
I learned to like Half-Life. Half-Life? Oh,
Yeah,
I
Half-Life.
liked Half-Life back then,
The
dude.
Crowbar.
It's a fine game, but I haven't played that shit in fucking 20 years, dude.
Well, they just came out with a new
Fable.
one. They came out with a VR one.
Who gives a shit?
What?
Yeah,
That
they
shit's
came out.
gay.
They came out with Half-Life Alyx on VR.
Did someone just say Fable?
Yeah, Alex, touch my dick with the VR. Dude.
Fable 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, man.
That was my bread
Fable
and
1
butter.
was the shit.
Oh yeah,
I can't believe it.
Fable's
Dude. It's so good.
I really like Bloodborne.
I like.
What else did I play? I played a lot of games this last year. I like Breath of the Wild a lot.
I like Skyrim.
You want to know something funny? You want to hear something funny? So Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild's the first time I had ever heard of a Durian, And I seriously thought
What,
it
the
only
fruit?
existed in Hyrule. I thought it was like, oh, this must be like something they made up for the game, like a Hylian fruit.
Oh, heck yeah,
It's like you
man.
cook one and you get extra hearts.
So
It's
he,
like, oh,
he
it's like the
found
best fruit.
sticky fruit.
And then one day I was in the city. I was in Manhattan on Prince Street, and I went to a Chinese tea parlor. I went to a Chinese tea parlor, and I saw that they had a durian cake on the menu, and I was like, "Yo, from Breath of the Wild?" And I was with my friend, and she said, "Oh yeah, that's the rotting flesh fruit." And I go, "Well, for me, it's the extra heart fruit if you cook it right." And I go, and so I go, "I'm gonna order a slice of this." And the waitress was Chinese, very Chinese. How Chinese was she? I thought I had seen her 100 other times that day. So she comes up to the table and I go, "I'll have the durian cake." And she goes, Are you sure you want durian? And I go, yeah, just bring it. If I don't like it, I just won't finish it. And she goes, "All right, buddy." And she dropped the accent at that point. And so she brings out the cake, and me and my friend each take a bite, and we seriously felt like we were like, did we do something wrong?
Dying.
We just were like, what do we do to deserve this? This is it's seriously, I can't wrap my head around why anyone would eat it, because it's like I'm an adventurous eater. I'll eat whatever. I'm the Andrew Zimmern of New York, but this was so gross in such a visceral way that I go, like, why would anyone eat this?
It's like that that cheese. It's like the off of Italy, where they purposefully let flies and maggots.
Chinese made toys. I know.
Dude, it's like we just, how bored did we get that we started being like,
no, it's
all
not
right, what else can we do with food? What if we let it rot first?
Yeah.
It's like, look, we learned all we're gonna learn from Bourdain. What's next? What if we infect our cheese with maggots? Let's see if that's a new flavor.
Bon appetit.
Make my cheese my blue.
It's like that fucking, like anytime like one of these Gwyneth Paltrow bitches is like, yeah, I'm making yogurt from the yeast in my pussy. It's like, yo, just eat your vegetables and go for a run. Like,
have a salad.
It's like people are getting too bored. They're too comfortable, and they're like, I've eaten all the, like, I've tried every flavor. I need to find a new. It's like fucking Dr. Manhattan in Watchmen, where it's like, why you were tampering with things that weren't meant to be tampered with, and now look at you.
Now to fuck around on Mars, you stupid bitches.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's pretty funny, dude.
Because it's like if you read Watchmen, it's not like Dr. Manhattan is not it's a tragic figure. Because like imagine
anti-commie or anti-USA.
Well, no, Dr. Manhattan like represents what I'm talking about, like the human, not just like greed, not like just greed for the material world, but like a gluttony of knowledge, like that we have, where it's like we're so
wrapped up in ourselves,
desperate. We're so hungry to understand the world around us that we'll let it consume us. And it's like that's what Dr. Manhattan represents. Is like he was consumed by the human desire for knowledge, and it turned him into the loneliest being in the universe, like truly separated from his humanity. Right?
That's all. That's all that's left.
That's why I didn't like that fucking TV show.
Everybody.
That fucking goddamn TV show that they did on HBO, where it's like actually Dr. Manhattan was just trying to get black pussy, and that's why that's why he went away. He didn't want to let anyone know that he was actually just going out to get some black pussy.
my dick was so huge. What else could fulfill it? You know, it's like this. I gave myself a gigantic dick. I mean, what could possibly sit on this?
That's a new one too, so I should pick that.
Did you guys watch the Watchmen TV show?
No, obviously they didn't, because if they did, the joke would make sense.
Already.
It's so disappointing because I'll say this: they cast Jeremy Irons as Ozymandias, and he's so good in that role. And it's like,
Very
man,
good.
if you could just put this guy in the Zack Snyder movie, show us this, and then show us the squid, replace whoever played Ozymandias. Do like a fucking like the way Zack Snyder replaced Chris D'Elia with Tig Notaro. Go back, replace whatever fucking loser you had play him in the movie with Jeremy Irons. Rework it, show us the squid. You have a perfect adaptation of Watchmen, one that even Alan Moore would sign off on.
And then you'd have a show, dude.
Yeah.
I agree. That's the show.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
That is the show.
It's like I want a Watchmen Snyder cut where it's Jeremy Irons is in it.
Yeah.
That's kind of all.
A little racy, a little jokey, a little fucking blame. Well, they had all that though in that Watchmen. They had the brains get splattered out, right? It seemed like they had all the components, but
I saw that they brought Watchmen into the main DC universe.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, thank God I stopped buying comic books. It's just like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
It really is. Dude, it's like they're doing the comic books it's like Space Jam 2 level where it's like, we're just going to mash everything together and you're going to buy it, you fucking pig.
Yeah, they reset the timeline like 10 years ago and then they did it again.
Oh, yeah, I remember when New 52 came out, I was obsessed with like, all right, Nat, clean slate, it's time to buy up these number ones.
Yeah.
And I like hunted down all the first printings of number ones because I was like autistic or something. And it's like, what did it
Gonna be a millionaire.
What did it get me?
Dude, you guys
what did it fucking get me to find the fucking Green Lantern number one where they misprinted it and Sinestro had a fucked up little fucking teardrop on his forehead.
Gangster.
Got me nothing.
You guys come up or what, dude? You guys did some.
I'll tell you this, I got a first printing of Saga number one somewhere in my parents' house. I think I could sell that for like $250 right now.
Damn, dude. All right, here's
I'll do it.
one I would always ask you to call him. For me to. Are you shit? Is somebody shitting?
What?
Yeah.
What
time is it where all you guys are?
Are you guys shitting on the fucking mic, dude?
Dude, I'm always shitting.
No, I just take shit. I'm not sitting on the mic.
I have Crohn's.
That's you, dude. It's that Simpsons guy is shitting right now.
I have Crohn's disease. I'm
Yeah,
always
I said I was
shitting.
All right, you're sticking to your boy. I get it.
If I eat anything with seeds, if I eat anything with seeds in it, my week is fucked.
Hey man, you guys make me laugh. I love it when you shit.
Thanks,
honest
man.
question. Comic book man. You guys love Tell 'em Steve Dave?
Oh yeah.
So that's my favorite thing in the world, dude.
Oh, Tell 'em Steve Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I grew up watching my friend Kevin's movies. But and I found Tell 'em Steve Dave because I was like a big fan of my now friend. I call him Kev. And I found Tell 'em Steve Dave. Yeah, we're buds.
He's not. I don't think he's Tell 'em
No,
Steve Dave friend, dude.
so you know how he just reopened Smodcastle in Jersey?
Yeah.
I do a podcast called The Loud Boys.
You doing that there?
Yeah, we're gonna be at because it's like I met Kevin at a New York Comic Con, they had just shown the trailer for the Spider-Man, the one with Mysterio that came out, and he was sobbing uncontrollably after they had shown us the trailer, and I was the only one in the audience that had,
But you're part of that reopening?
No. I was at Comic-Con in San Diego, and he was moderating the Spider-Man panel, and they showed the trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home, the one with Mysterio, and when the trailer ended, he was crying uncontrollably and taking selfies at the same time, and I was the only one in the audience who had brought Kleenex, and I went up to him and I said, "Mr. Smith, do you need a tissue, sir?" And he said, "Yeah, I do, because I love Spider-Man, and like, I just like, how cool would it be if Spider-Man ate Mary Jane's pussy, right?" And I said, "That would be cool, Mr. Smith. Can my podcast do a show at your theater that will be opening in 7 years?" And he said, "Spider-Man does whatever Spider can." He said, "Yeah, can you sell tickets?" And I'm like, "Shit, man,
Can try.
is Uncle Ben dead?"
And then he cried harder.
Yeah,
he was.
Made me laugh, dude.
I mean,
I just thought maybe.
I mean, he was kind-hearted, but his heart was not kind to him.
You didn't answer my question.
Folks.
Have you ever heard of Tell 'em See Dave?
Oh yes, Tell 'em See Dave. I do like that show. Yeah, I like those guys.
They're fucking amazing, man.
I don't know them though. I only know Kevin.
Yeah.
I don't know them personally. I love Brian Johnson, especially when he goes on Compound Media.
Yeah.
I like Walt Flanagan's artwork. It's the only reason I even purchased those Batman books was to see his what his artwork looked like in the interiors. And I love Impractical Jokers because it's just like I mean, what else are Italians gonna do?
Yeah.
What will they do next?
I mean, dude, I started watching Impractical Jokers in jail. They love Impractical Jokers.
Dude,
it's
like
I think people.
It's funny, man. They can't deny it. It's not funny.
Yeah, I think people look at Impractical Jokers and wonder why do these guys get to do this? Like, these seem like just the four dumb Italians from Staten Island. And here's the thing. Here's the real Impractical joke is they don't realize that to us, it's like every time we tune into True TV, it's like going to an exhibit at the fucking zoo. Okay? Watching Impractical Jokers is like watching animals at the zoo who don't even know they're in cages.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they know.
Anyway, I'll be at the stand with Sal Volcano. I'll be doing... I'll be on Legion of Skanks with Sal Volcano.
I'll be on
and if Dave shows up that week, he'll be bringing boxing gloves.
Whatever, dude. I set you up. My bad. I'm just joking. They suck. I mean, come on, dude. They get paid too much for what they do. Like, good God. Like, this
that's what I'm saying. You have to rework the way you think about it. You see it as dumb Italians getting paid too much. I see it as creatures at an exhibit who are only being provided what they need to survive, which is hoagies and fucking cigarettes.
I see it as an outlet for dads. It's an outlet for dads to still think they're funny.
Don't forget marinara sauce.
I gotta be honest. I do love the show. It's the perfect get stoned and turn your brain off show.
Dalton, I'll give you $5 million this year, $12 million next year, $14 million next year, and you do everything I say. You'll fucking do it.
Oh, fuck. I'm not gonna talk about crypto.
Don't lie, dude. You fucking do it, dude. We'd all do it.
I bought into Brett Coin.
Hell no. Hell no.
Oh yeah, man. It'll skyrocket someday.
Yeah, we're getting there, dude.
Don't tell me you believe
It's
him.
like I don't understand cryptocurrency.
I just like Brett.
It's like all these things. It's like Bitcoin, Dogecoin, all these different coins. It's like, think big. when are we gonna get the fucking bit dollar?
Like
you know what I'm
$1
saying?
Literally, Elon Musk himself said it.
Literally, talk about
Did he
Big
say
bar.
that? Did he make that same joke?
Yeah.
Did I just steal it? Oh, guys, I gotta quit comedy. I think I just accidentally stole an Elon Musk tweet.
Yeah, you did.
Ah, you guys, come on.
All right, I'm gonna
No,
plug
but
the
really, where is
Patreon.
your
I'm not
Patreon
leaving
at?
just yet, but I
Just
gotta
your
plug
bank
the
account,
Patreon.
or
I
you
gotta
guys
plug
have
the
crypto?
Patreon. It's patreon.com/loudboys.
No, who cares? I'm
We
fucking
do,
Nirvana.
and we do free episodes. You know, wherever you get
Oh,
podcasts,
yeah.
Talking to like
it's the
two
Loud
people.
Boys.
One
We
of you,
just
the
recorded.
other host.
We just recorded with Matt, our manager, Mr. Money in the Stank, Matt the Brainless Marin. Zach Amiko, and
Hell
I
yeah.
had a good
Hey,
friend of mine who I started
this is over,
comedy
dude.
with.
Let's get real.
Yeah.
I want to get
So
real, dude. This is
so
what we're in the real forum, town square, dude.
yeah. So go to Loud Boys, subscribe to that where you get podcasts, and then go to patreon.com/loudboys. And look, I'm gonna be honest with you. You can pay whatever you want, but the only way you're gonna get the premium episode is if you pay at least $5. Okay? We are making
Give them some money.
I'm gonna say in the same way that the Nirvana baby's penis is art, our podcast is also art.
There you go.
Sold as an NFT, that's for sure.
All right, now I want you.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell the Nirvana baby's penis as an NFT.
That's for sure, brother. I'm glad I woke up in time just to be able to tell you this.
Alice in Chains.
That would be cool if that guy was like, I'm actually gonna sell
Rebrand
pictures
it, yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna recreate the photo and make it an NFT.
Well,
Honestly,
he was
would have
cool with
more
it a year ago. He was like
Wait,
literally, it was like the anniversary. He was like, yeah, I'm.
It like 10 times.
I gotta
was
be
like-
honest. What we're seeing is like basically what happened to Britney Spears, except nobody's gonna give a fuck about this
Well,
dude.
somebody
That's what
got
I
in his
said
head
in the
and
beginning.
told him that he can get money. That's what happened. Somebody said, hey, you can probably get some money if you sue, the biggest band of the 90s. And he's like, wait a minute, yeah, I can. All this,
Yeah,
all
like,
this shit's
what
going
gets
on
me
nowadays. I
is
can get money probably.
that lawsuit. The implication of that lawsuit is that somehow anyone who ever just saw that album cover is complicit in a felony.
Well,
child
do you
pornography.
know what it literally, that photo wasn't even taken for the album cover. It was literally a photo taken for like artistic purposes back
I gotta be
in the
honest with you.
90s. And then our Nirvana bought the rights. Nirvana
Yeah,
bought the
it was
rights.
like a live
It was
photo.
it was
like-
used as the dollar in the swimming pool, and it was kind of showing that, hey, kids from the earliest age are showing that to love the dollar.
No, I gotta be honest with you. The fact that wasn't staged is actually where it gets creepy for me. It's like, so you were just taking pictures of naked babies in swimming pools?
Yeah.
And
Who doesn't do
I
do
guess
that?
this one would look cool on an album cover. Do you know anybody who might want to use it? Yeah, there's a really depressed guy in Seattle who might like it.
Yeah,
Let's send it over his way.
He's not going to
Let's
live a
send this
decade,
fucking
so he won't have to
picture.
live with the repercussions. But let's do it.
I gotta be honest. The more I think about this, the more I'm on that kid's side.
I'm starting to change too. I mean, I just woke up, but I'm starting to change. I'm starting to go like, wait a minute, yeah. This kid was freaking
He was
fucked over, and everybody got to see that he had a tiny dick. Well, actually, it wasn't that tiny for a fucking baby.
Well, to be honest with you, that's pretty normal for a baby.
Yeah, he was rocking it.
Honestly, if you see a baby with a big dick, it's probably like a birth
scary.
defect.
Well, what's Dan and Big J's producer, Black Lou? He was talking about that on their podcast. How his fucking son is fucking swanging.
Do you guys want to know why? Do you guys want to know the reason why my penis is so small?
Yeah.
It's like, have you ever seen The Curious Case of Benjamin Button?
Yeah.
I have that, but just in my penis. So I was born with a grown
You were born
man's
with a
penis.
hammer. And then
I was born with like a leaking, like Harvey Weinstein penis, right?
God
Harvey
damn.
Weinstein has a destroyed
And
penis, dude.
sometime around the age of 15, I had what can only be described as a father's penis. And like I had a grown man's penis.
You didn't have a
at the age
father.
of
You know that
15.
Harvey
I was
You
buying
Weinstein actually
alcohol. I was
has
able to buy alcohol.
a
I was able to get
destroyed
into R-rated
penis?
movies because I had a grown man's penis. But now I'm almost 30, and
You
I
didn't
have a
have grown
baby's
man's
penis.
balls by then, right? Though, like hanging to your like mid thigh.
Yeah, I have a baby's penis, and my balls have ascended into my body again.
So yo,
Pretty
Zach
soon-
Amiko says that his dad's dick looks like Alf's nose, but I always thought it was Al Snow, the wrestler.
Oh shit.
And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what the fuck? What? How does it look like Al Snow, the wrestler?
Yeah, because you know what? Alf's favorite thing to eat was cats. You know what I'm saying?
Cat pussy. Getting that kitty cat.
Yeah.
Shit. You know
What
what?
does
You know what
everybody
ALF
want?
stands for? African American Life Form.
So if I'm half, what's that make me?
Mulatto.
You know, I remember the first
Speaking
time somebody told that to me.
Nirvana.
The first time somebody told me I was mulatto, I live here in Iowa, and I was at a gas station. Somebody's like, "Oh, you're the cutest little mulatto kid I've ever seen." And I walked home and asked my grandma what that mean, and she meant, "Oh, it just means that you're really cute." She wanted to tell me what the fuck it meant.
It's a Starbucks drink. Don't worry.
Yeah,
about it.
don't worry, it's a vente mulatto.
Hey.
Yeah.
James, you look like you fucked both of us up in a fight, so I wouldn't be worried about it. You look pretty fucking boxable, dude.
That is crazy to be because like they do use that word in Smells Like Teen Spirit, and anytime that song is used in like a movie trailer or an ad,
I'm
they
a
leave that in.
mulatto. Namaste. Yeah.
Yeah, they always. I just saw there was some movie trailer where they did the thing where it's like the slowed down, whispery version of it, where it's like,
Oh yeah,
"Here
yeah.
we
They
are
did do it
now,
though. It's called
Entertainer. Yeah.
And but they left in that word, and I'm like, whoa,
Mulatto.
Jordan Peele, what are you doing?
Jeez. Have some respect for yourself, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's like the way. I guess that's sort of like the way art can intersect with commerce. Is like if you say something slightly racist, that just becomes part of like the American consciousness.
Yeah,
It's
Keith
like
Richards did that
song-
all the time, and then he
Well, it's
ended
like
up
that
fucking
Lou
a whole bunch of
Reed
black
song.
girls.
Yeah, it's like that Lou Reed song, Wild Side. It's like Wild Side, that part where he goes, and all the color girls go do 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 do.
What song is that?
I know it. I can't.
It's Lou
I know what
Reed.
you're talking about. I can't remember though.
What's wrong with that? Because he's singing the color girls sing better. He's like, and then they go, they put the
I think he's talking about like a transvestite or some shit.
Yeah.
Let's look it up real quick.
I woke up,
I gotta
opened
get
my
out of
eyes,
here
and
on
saw
whether or
this.
not
This is freaking
Wild
hilarious.
Side is about trannies or not. But let's take a look at Lou, and this is where I'll leave you all. We're gonna talk about Lou Reed for a minute, and I'm gonna get out of here because I gotta go to bed or.
Yeah, what time is it where you're at, Dalton?
Man, time has no meaning, man.
I'm in Central. I'm in Central time, so I'm at 5:30.
Yeah, it's like 6:30 here. All right, so Lewis Allen Reed, musician, singer, songwriter, and poet. Boo, gay.
Gay.
Factor. The Velvet Underground. Where's the? Hold on. No, I just want to know about that one song, Lou Reed, Wild Side. Walk on the Wild Side. You guys know this one. It's like boom.
Oh yeah.
Boom. Because
And all the colored girls say do 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 do.
Because it's also every time I'm in a bar and I hear that, I go, this is how white I am. I go, please be Lou Reed, and then it ends up being Tribe Called Quest, and I go, God damn it! God damn it!
It's always awkward for me because I'm probably the whitest black guy you ever meet, or like whitest mixed person you ever meet. And then whenever like something comes on, this white girls are usually like, "Oh my god, you know the lyrics to this song," and it's some like song made 2 years ago, and I'm like,
you go, no, but I know the lyrics to the Dragon
yeah.
Ball Z theme song.
Yeah, exactly. I can sing you Dragon Ball Z while we slowly fade away in my bed, you know.
Chala, head chala. Came on.
Gotta catch him
That's
out.
dude. Come on.
All right, so here we go. Walk on the Wild
Pokemon, never
Side
mind.
is a song by Lou Reed from his second solo album, Transformer, 1972. It was produced by David Bowie and Mick Ronson.
Yeah.
Oh,
Released
wow.
as the double
Yeah.
A side with Perfect Day. Song received wide
That's when-
radio coverage and became Reed's biggest single.
I got one thing. I got to pause
Hold
there.
on. Here we go. Reed's
Double
biggest
A side?
single. Reed's biggest single, despite it touching on taboo topics such as transgender people, drugs, male prostitution, and oral sex.
Well, David
talk about a
Bowie
New York
was
moment, am I
David
right?
Bowie was involved. Hell yeah.
Okay, so here we go. In the United States, RCA also released a cleaned up version of the single without the reference to oral sex or colored girls. Yeah, that's also what America tried to do in the 50s.
Yeah, they
when
did that.
They called
They've
it
been
cleaning
doing-
up when they tried to get rid of the colored girls. It's called Jim Crow, RCA.
That's what the hoses are for. They're just trying to clean them up.
Yeah, but most radio stations continue to play the unedited version. In 2010, Rolling Stone ranked it at number 223 in its list of
Way too
500
big,
greatest
sorry.
songs of all time. All right, so let's see. It says genre glam rock. I disagree. It's punk.
Hell no.
That's
Bowie rock, I'd call it that.
I mean, I gotta be honest with you. At this point, I'm not a music snob at all, but like when I listen to shit like this, I would just put it under the umbrella of punk. In the same way,
Yeah, that's
that,
a
like
good
if
point.
if I'm listening to Minutemen,
I hate subgenres.
It's where I go, I don't know what to call this, so I'm just gonna call it punk.
Yeah, I love so much type of music that I hate when they subgenre it and they're like, "Oh, you like this and you like that." It's like, well, I mean, I can listen to Tool one day and then I can listen to freaking David Bowie and Jim Croce the next day. You know, it's like, come on,
dude. Some guy went off on me in a Reddit post for putting Jim Croce in classic rock.
I shared mine on. I shared something on I think Twitter, and I think it was Leonard Skinner, and it was that one
here we
song.
go.
I can't remember what song it was,
Listen to this.
but straight up.
So here we go. 2 decades after the song's release. Two decades after the song's release, Reed told interviewer David Frick, "I know my obituary has already been written, and it starts out
It's dark. We got the theme song for his obituary.
Baritone saxophone solo played over the fade out of the songs performed by Ronnie Ross, who had taught David Bowie to play the saxophone during Bowie's childhood.
Oh my god.
The backing vocals are sung by Thunder Thighs, a vocal group that included Daria Lulu, Karen Friedman, and Casey Singe.
Damn.
The bass hook was devised by Herbie Flowers and was performed by him on double bass overlaid by fretless Fender jazz bass. He was paid a €17 flat fee, equivalent to €200 in 2019. Drums were played by Richie Dharma using brushes rather than drumsticks. I mean, truly a painter on the instrument.
I have a crazy thing. Cream are not Cream.
Yeah,
the band Cream. They paid.
Here we go. Musical elements. Like many of Reed's songs, "Walk on the Wild Side" is based on a simple chord progression, alternating between C major and F major. What do those words stand for? Cunt and faggot. Or
let's go.
Or 1 and 4 in harmonic analysis. I guarantee you, when Lou Reed wrote this, all he was thinking about was, I wish I had more heroin. He does not know a fucking goddamn thing about C major and F major or any of this bullshit. He was like, I want more heroin. I'm going to write a song that will help me get more heroin.
The one thing about Major is he was in a major pinch and he needs to get his fix.
Did comedy
inspiration.
Kaufman.
Yeah, I'm gonna OD for inspiration. Yeah.
Let's get the shit out of it.
In the 2001 documentary Classic Albums, Lou Reed Transformer, Reed says that it was Nelson Algren's 1956 novel A Walk on the Wild Side. It's self-titled after the 1950 side. Hold on, this is getting crazy.
This sounds good.
He said Reed says that it was Nelson Algren's 19. Listen to this. Nelson Algren's 1956 novel, A Walk on the Wild Side. It's self-titled after the 1952 song, The Wild Side of Life. So, folks, what we're dealing here with Lou Reed and Walk on the Wild
There's
Side
also another
is what
song
John
in the
Baudrillard would
80s
call the
by the
simulacra and the
Talking Heads
simulation.
called The Wild Wild Life,
It's a
which is
reflection of a
about
reflection of a
doing
reflection.
cocaine.
There is no longer a reality. We now exist in a hyper reality where Lou Reed
Jesus
does heroin
Christ.
and makes a song based on a novel based on a song. That's
Jesus
what Jean
Christ.
Baudrillard teaches us in his philosophical treatise, Simulacra and Simulation.
That's a trip.
That was the
Pops
launching
some more
point for the
mushrooms.
song.
Jesus
Even though as
Christ.
it grew, the song became inhabited by characters from his own life. Is everybody
I
leaving?
got punished.
I'm still here, brother.
Oh, sorry guys, I'm getting into this. Who all's here?
No,
Yeah,
we're
we
all
got
here, dude.
we got a few people. I'm gonna go over some more of this Lou Reed stuff and
Oh,
we'll
I'm
get out of
listening.
here.
This shit sounds crazy.
Each
Sounds
verse
like he was
refers
some
to
deep
one of the
shit.
superstars at Andy Warhol's New York studio, The Factory. Okay, now that I'm reading what this song's about, I'm
Andy
starting to
Warhol's
hate
a
it.
punk bitch.
I'm starting to think this might be the most bullshit fucking song ever written.
Out of every artist or so-called artist ever, Andy Warhol is like the worst. He's the biggest
Jesus
punk bitch of
fucking
all. He got
Christ,
shot by
Lou Reed.
All
All right,
by a
guys,
woman.
I'm gonna be
He
honest
got
with you
shot by a
guys.
woman.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Now that I'm reading like how what this song is, Lou Reed fucking sucks. I'm glad he's
Hell
dead.
yeah.
Fuck that guy. Fuck that
Hell
fucking
yeah.
junkie. This is one of the gayest things I've ever seen. Holly is based on Holly Woodlawn, a transgender actress who lived in Miami Beach, Florida as a child. In 1962, after being bullied by homophobes,
Aww.
the 15-year-old ran away from home and, as in the lyrics, learned how to pluck her eyebrows while hitchhiking in New York.
Poor
Lou
boy,
Reed
girl.
was the fucking Hannah Gadsby of the New York 1970s punk scene. Jesus
He was
Christ.
sticking it for trans before anyone was, dude. What you talking about?
I'm gonna make a comedy special. No, I'm gonna make a song where nobody can listen to it.
Trans warrior, way before anyone else.
And if you want to laugh, it ain't right to laugh.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess if you take anything away from this, it's that Lou Reed and Hannah Gadsby are kind of the same thing. All right.
When I
gotta
first
go to
heard
bed.
about Hannah, I
Everybody
fucking
subscribe to my
died.
podcast. It's called The Loud Boys.
Love you, Dalton.
Patreon.com/loudboys. I love you all.
You're funny.
Thank
Dalton.
you.
Don't listen to Lewis or anything. You're the best, brother.
Yeah, I can't really
Dalton.
understand Lewis. I don't speak Puerto Rican. Good night, everybody.
He's on a whole different riff, brother.